What's the... Oh, are you in my practice session?
Yeah, I was gonna do a bit of laps and try to test out my stream here.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to figure out. I don't want this.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to add some overlays to my. I've never really streamed iRacing, and I want to add, some of the standings overlays and
Oh, did you get the Kutu apps?
no. Wait a minute. Kutu apps.
What are you using for overlays?
JRT. Hold on, let me see if I can find Kutu.
Yeah, I use Kutu apps. This one here, share the link for you.
Is this the thing I downloaded for Trading Paints?
Yep.
Oh, well, I've already got that. All right, so
Hey, give me a second.
one.
Give me just 1 second.
Go to settings page for what? We might be getting there.
Okay. So are you on the front page, the first page? iRacing browser apps?
Uh, yes.
Okay, so go to Steam or Stream Overlay.
Hold on. Yep.
Okay. First thing you want to do is basically go to your settings there.
Yep.
It has the go to settings. Okay, so here's what you can, it'll, a list of what you want to see, right? The maximum rows for your standings. The window, the number of rows standing table exceeds the max rows, then this table will split into two. So basically, if you're out of the top 10, it'll split into two, and it'll show you in that second split or whatever, where
Yep.
you are.
Yep.
Then if you have a Twitch channel, then that's where you would put it.
I'm gonna do this through YouTube.
Okay, so don't worry about that.
All right.
Miscellaneous. So I don't know if you've ever seen Matt Malone,
Yeah.
the relatives. He's got like a little weird smaller one. That's that right there. Car fuel, car temps, wind, track temp and stuff. That's up to you if you want to show that or not. So once you've selected what you want, you copy that browser URL.
Okay.
Okay, so then you go to OBS.
Yep.
And sources, you're going to add
Browser source.
browser source, Kutu apps. I call it Kutu apps.
Okay.
Okay, so now it'll open that window, so you can type that URL. That's where you would paste it.
Yep.
Now the height, the width and the height should be the width and the height of your total screen or whatever resolution you're sending it at.
What is it? 14. Okay.
The best way of knowing that is you go to your settings on your OBS.
Yep.
You go to video. It'll show you your base resolution, which is what your screen is.
Yep.
And then it'll show you your output. So whatever output you have it set to.
1280 by 720.
But that's your resolution there.
1280 by 720.
Is that good to go?
Yeah, but there's nothing there.
On what?
Like the little box popped up, right?
Yeah, the little box with the gray screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put your URL in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so down below, if you go down, if you scroll down, there's a refresh browser when source becomes active. Click that, because otherwise sometimes it doesn't refresh the thing.
Okay.
Okay, so now just click OK.
Okay.
Now you're going to go into the folder that you downloaded the Kutu apps.
Okay.
If you scroll down, let me find mine, hold on. So if you scroll down, you'll have the one that's called server.
Yep.
That one you might want to make a link for it on your desktop or whatever next to your like Better Trading Paint and stuff. Then you launch that one. So we'll run server. Did a window pop up? Black
Yep.
window MS prompt?
Yep.
Okay. Now go back to your OBS.
All right.
Do you see anything there?
Oh yeah, there we are.
Okay.
How do I move all this
So
shit
now, here's where it gets a little bit more complicated.
Right.
It's not too complicated. Once you figure it out, it's pretty straightforward. So now on the Kutu apps website, if you go down to where where we were about the install, the setup and stuff.
I'm sorry. If I go down
to the Kutu apps website we were on.
Yes. Okay.
So if you go down the stream overlay, it says about, install, setup, Twitch, custom CCS. Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I gotta go back to here. Okay. Yes. Custom CCS.
Okay. So basically, if you want your relatives box to be anywhere on the screen or transparent or whatever, this is what you have to do. So there's some it shows examples there. So the first one, relatives. So you don't want to show relatives. You just type you copy that, and then when you go into OBS, you go to Kutu apps properties, where you installed that URL or whatever.
Okay. Gotcha.
You see how it says body, background, blah blah blah, the CCS thing.
A minute. I think I see what's going on here, boys. I think I see what's going on here. Look at there. Okay.
Yeah, so now this is where basically you would move stuff. So, uh, like the standings one, if you want it right at the top, you have to you know, what I did is I copied standings, the whole thing, but then you see how it says top 0px colon or whatever?
Yes.
Basically, that would be right at the top of your stream. So now it's just a matter of changing that 0 to like 200 or 1000 or wherever you want it on the screen. And then what you would do is after that, if you want to change basically further to the right, then you would add left, you know, 50 pixels px colon. So this is where it gets a little bit, you got to play around with it and kind of figure it out. So I've learned from having to reinstall Windows to now save that CCS onto a notepad once it's done. It's a bit easier to just copy and paste. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think so. Yes, yes, yes.
Once you go through the examples and try screwing around with it, then you kind of start figuring out. If you screw it up, no big deal. Just delete everything except for the body background color off that
So
CCS, and
if I
it'll
copy,
reset back to original.
right, so if I copy this, oh, that didn't work.
Oh, you have to hit OK.
Yeah.
Did it move?
No. So okay. So you have to help me understand here. Let's go
Yeah, yeah.
back. All right. So let's say I want to move my standings to the top. That's what I want
Okay.
to happen. I want my standings to go to the top of my screen.
Okay.
This is only giving me part of. Do I have to copy? Where do I copy? Sorry, I may just not have. I may just not have heard.
Where do you
What
copy
said.
what?
Well, it says I have to update the bottom colon 0px, right? Top
Yes.
inherit blah 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 blah. So what do I if I copy this?
Okay, so you wanna move your standings to the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see example number 2.
Yes.
So copy that whole thing. Dot standings.
Oh, maybe I didn't copy the dot. Hold on.
Yeah.
I bet that's the problem. And now I'm gonna paste that into the CSS box on OBS.
Yeah. Just put a space between body, background, blah blah blah. Like, put a space between each one. That's kind of it's coding, right? So sometimes if you don't do it quite right, it's like, go fuck yourself. So so
There it
now
goes.
once now you
It
hit
worked.
OK and it should move it.
It worked.
So basically now you have a bit of an understanding of that one. Now you can change that one just until where you want it on the screen.
Nice.
So if you want it more to the right, then you would just below the top, you would say right
Yeah.
80 pixels colon, and then make sure you close the bracket on the third line or whatever, or the line after.
Yep. Okay. Some of this other stuff seems really big. Hold on, let's see here.
It's a bit of a pain, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is way better than JRT.
But once you figure it out, it's like, oh, it's actually pretty easy. That's why once you have it all set up, it's a good thing to copy it to a notepad. That way, if anything goes wrong, it's just a matter of copy and paste. And don't get alarmed if you run it and nothing shows up yet on your
Okay, cool, cool.
relative, or not the relatives, but the standings and stuff. Because sometimes you have to do a lap before it'll show up, or somebody has to do a lap before it'll show up.
Okay, the relative box. Why is it so big? I feel like it's too big. I guess it's designed to go.
What was that?
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah. You want Piper? Where's your bone?
All right, where stream overlay? All right. Standings.
Ooh, such a proud puppy. Oh, you can't come sit on Daddy's lap. You're like 60 pounds. Can't do that. You're too big now.
All right, so if I copy you. Oh, that was perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, see how it works?
What if I want to make the relative box smaller? Is it possible to do that?
Olive? What?
The relative box? You know,
What about it?
that's like the black box in iRacing?
Yeah.
What if I want to make that smaller? Is there a way to make that smaller? I feel like it is way too
I've
damn
never
big.
played with that, but what I did is I put it over top the iRacing relatives box.
Yeah, but it's like way bigger. Why is it so
Well,
big?
it's way bigger because that way it'll, like, some boxes are a little bit bigger on iRacing. I think it's, I mean, me, that's how I just left it the way it is. I never looked into the size. I don't know if you can. Let me look. Either find anything. I wish they had a YouTube chat.
A YouTube chat?
Yeah, for OBS. Show the chat on your stream.
Oh. Yes.
I can't see anything on how to do that.
I feel like it's too big.
What,
Here, let me show you.
well, what you can do is you can change the overall size. You go to the properties. Oh no, okay, so if you click on the source,
Yeah.
if you click on the Kutu apps or whatever you called it,
Yep.
then it shows the red box around it.
Yes.
That's the overall size of the whole window for the thing. So you can reduce that, and that will reduce the size of that. Or what you can do, you can run a Kutu apps relative, call it, on the source.
Yep.
Okay, and then you can write into the CCS to, hold on a second. You can type in like standings display equals none or none instead of the pixel thing. Car equals none, tires equals like all into the CCS, and that way you'll have just a relatives
I got
Kutu
you.
apps. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I think that's the way you'd have to do that, I think. So in that main window where you have your thing and stuff, you would write relatives none, and then you would add another one for just relatives. I'll have to talk to my tax man this year. I made $1,000 on YouTube last year.
Oh, nice. All right. Let's
Making that paper money.
Okay, go there. Go there and look at that, and tell me if it doesn't seem like it's way too big to you.
It's not showing up. I subscribe to you.
What do you mean it's not showing up?
Not showing that you're streaming.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Did you? Oh, you know this anyways. How to set up the stream key and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Figured you knew that.
It says I'm streaming. I've been streaming for 28 minutes.
It's not showing up on your.
Oh, I've got it private right now.
Oh, that's why.
Can I share it to you if it's private?
No, I think you can share it if it's unlisted.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's private, I believe I did that with my old man. I put a video for him, made a video for him to look at, and
Yeah.
put it private, and he couldn't. He's like, okay, it doesn't work. Oh shit, hold on.
All right. Try now.
Yeah, that seems really big. But also, same with your standings.
Yeah.
It's like way bigger than me.
Everything's huge. I don't understand.
Okay. So let's go to OBS.
Yeah.
Click on settings.
Yeah.
Go to video.
Yeah.
What's your resolution there? The top one.
My base is 1920 by 1080.
Okay, so go get out of there. Go to Kutu apps.
Yeah.
So the width should be 1920
Okay.
and the height 1080.
20, 1080.
Yeah, use 1080 is, 1080, 720 is always the lines from the top to bottom.
Oh, now it doesn't fit my screen.
Yeah, so now you gotta, you gotta shrink it back down now. There you go. Well, see stuff moving. There you go. That looks more human size.
Yes. Now, how do I get rid of my... well, I don't want to get rid of it because then I won't be able to see it. So I guess I need it to be black so it doesn't...
Yeah, so for that, I never even paid attention to that, but mine is already black.
Here, I think I can do that.
You.
Hello, hello. Hey, Sven. There we go.
What are you guys up to?
We'll see it in a second.
There you go.
Oh, we're just chilling. Vince got the time wrong on the roar, so we missed it.
I didn't get it wrong because I even set my live event for streaming at 6 a.m. I swear it said 6 a.m. I swear on my mother's life.
So the main race is going on right now?
No, I think the main race is the next one, right?
That's the one I can't do. How we just crack a beer?
I cracked a Mountain Dew.
Oh. You should have said beer. You would have sounded so much cooler.
At 9:17 in the morning. It started early today.
Well, where does Sven live?
Oh, it's
Belgium.
Yeah, he's
Pardon me?
afternoon for him.
Belgium.
Yeah, there you go. So just pretend you're living with Sven.
Yeah,
Plus in Belgium, they have beers all day long.
Yeah, I cracked a good Belgian wheat here.
Some Stella. Okay, so now, do you use the GRT dashboard?
Nope.
No? Okay. Do you want to show it on your stream or no?
Gosh, there's a lot of stuff on there in there. I could. So, now I'm struggling. Hold on.
And make sure you got the right frame selected.
I don't understand why I've got this black line, like the very bottom of my screen. Oh, I bet it's because I'm in freaking window mode, isn't it?
Okay, so for that you gotta go to settings.
Yeah.
Stream, no output. So make sure your output scale resolution is the same as your base scale resolution.
Output.
I mean, you'll have to turn off your stream to change it if...
Oh, do you have to turn it off? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
No, it looks worse. Now it's an even bigger black line.
Yeah, but you can stretch your iRacing one, right? You can't make it fit to the window?
If I put it to the window, there's a big black line.
He's me with the ultra wide. There's no way around it. My screen being ultra wide.
I'll try something.
So if you look at like my stream, I put
Yeah, you got all kinds of gobbledygook on yours.
Yeah, I had to put like a banner on the bottom, and that's where I put my relatives and the track map and stuff. Just because Otherwise, there'd be a big black line. But so I decided, hey, that's a good opportunity to put stuff down there then. Instead
Oh
of
no.
over top.
Let's see if this fixes my issue. That looks like it's going to. I was in windowed mode. I opened something up and it put my iRacing in windowed mode, so I think this is gonna fix our problem.
It wouldn't matter if you're in windowed mode or not, because I'm in windowed mode right now.
Oh, it appears. Looks like it's working now to me. Alright, and then so now you've also got that where it blocks your setup. There we go. Cover your garage setup with screen image.
Yeah, so yeah, setup cover overlay.
So it's add a browser source, right?
Yeah, same thing. The height and stuff is right there, the 100% UI scale, so make sure that it covers the whole thing.
Setup cover. And then set URL to. And does this do it automatically or?
Yes, but it takes about half a second. So if you don't want people to see your tire pressures and temperature and stuff, you have to hold down the M key, and the M key will automatically hide it. Like, it'll pop it up. So basically, you push the M key, and then you hit your garage button, and then you can let go of the M key.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So now, this is what I was fighting with the other day. Remember, I was like, how the fuck does this work? So, do you have it set up?
I think so, yes.
Okay, so if
I-
you hit the M key, does it... Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you have the OBS Studio thing. Okay.
It's a
No.
default image, right?
Yes. So put it to where you want it in the center of the screen or over the... where. Just go to, like, your garage. And that way you can see where it is, and then there you go. You can resize it in the either by the height and stuff or by doing that. There you go. So now to change the beautiful little kitty cat. Okay, what you gotta do is you gotta find a picture you want to use.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me find a picture.
Yeah, it'll stay popped up also if you click out of iRacing. So if you click like onto OBS, it'll stay popped up.
Yeah.
But
Because I still have
yeah.
my. So if I close my garage, it automatic. What does it do? Does it go away?
Yeah, it'll go away.
I don't know if I believe you. It went away. Look at there.
It's still... oh, never mind. There's a delay, that's right. I'm like, it's still showing. Okay, so... this is what I was fighting with the other day. Remember, I was like, fuck, I'm trying to figure this out again. I can never remember this one. So find a picture you want to use. Lie down. Lie down. Mommy's hungover. Yeah, Mommy was really drunk last night. It went girls' night out.
Okay,
He's like, I texted you to pick me up. You never... I'm like, sorry, I fell asleep. I never heard my phone. The whole bedroom, I walk in right now, it smells like booze. I go downstairs to the living room, there's like the battery charger, batteries everywhere, there's like shit on the floor. My fucking coffee mug for work's on the floor by the entrance, fucking everything's everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Alright, so now I want to change. So what do I do if I want to change it to a different image?
Okay, so you have an image you like?
I do.
Okay, so go to like Imager.
Oh God, now you're making it hard on me. What if I told you I don't even have an Imager account?
I didn't either, so I just made one with my Google account or whatever.
Oh yeah, you can do it through Google.
Yeah.
That makes life so easy.
Yeah.
Except it freaking dumped me into window mode again. Damn it. That's fine. Allow.
Yeah, that's why I leave iRacing on windowed mode, so I don't have to. If I have the second screen, I can just go back and forth and not have it
Not a
like
robot.
minimize on me. Huh? Oh yeah. So now you go to. Once you have your account done, let me know.
Add an image.
Yeah. Upload image. New post.
Browse. Okay.
Okay, so when I was copying the link right there that says copy, it wasn't working. But once I hit share to community, then it works. So I don't know if that's what fixed it, or I don't know if Imager takes a few minutes to update or whatever. So you can do share to community, doesn't really matter. I mean, whatever.
Where do you do share to
Not
community?
a big deal. You see share to community? So you went to new post, right?
New post. Right. Maybe not. Aha, okay. Give your post the title. Share to community. Oh, it wants the title. Okay. Alright, so now just copy that.
Yeah, so share to community, then you'll get where is it? Shit. Oops, I don't want that. Okay, so go to your name on the top right.
Yep.
Click on images.
Yep.
You'll see your image you uploaded.
Yep.
Hopefully. Click on that. Click on the image itself. And you'll see image link, direct link, and all that stuff.
Aha, yes.
Just copy the image link.
Yep.
Okay. And now, fun part begins. I have to try to remember how to do this too. Go to your setup cover you made, properties.
Yep. I want to copy this dot cover.
Yeah.
And put that URL in the parentheses.
Yes. And it should work. The other day I tried multiple times and it didn't work right away. So I don't know if it's maybe Imager that takes a few minutes to make the picture URL work or something. I don't know.
Alright, we're gonna try that.
What I usually do for Imager is just upload the image, and once it's uploaded, just right click it and select view image instead of sharing with community or whatever.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. The other day it just didn't work for me. I couldn't get it to work, so I just shared it to community. Then it worked. So I was like, okay.
Strange.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's it took time to update itself or like the URL work or not. I don't know. I couldn't get it to work. It's black.
Yeah, right now we're black.
Okay, do you have the apostrophes on each end of your URL between the brackets?
I did.
Okay. See, that's the same thing as me the other day. Maybe you have to wait a bit for Imager to update.
All right.
Because that's what was happening with me the other day. It just would not take it. Okay, hold on a second. Go to your properties for setup cover.
Yep.
Go down and hit refresh browser when scene becomes active. And hit refresh cache of current page. Yeah, sometimes it might be.
Quick.
Oh, you gotta be out of the car. Yeah, you're out of the car anyways. Yeah, never mind. Hey. Don't you dare chew that.
Okay, well, it can be black. It doesn't even matter, to be honest. Does it really matter? It can be black.
Yeah, I struggled with that the other day.
It may come up. It may come up in a bit.
You copied it. Okay, did you leave the body background color and all that shit there?
Yep.
Okay. You put a space between it and the cover thing?
Yep.
Microphone muted.
Oh, actually, you know what? You're gonna use a different link. I just noticed something.
Microphone activated.
Okay, which link am I going to use?
Okay, so go back to your Imager,
Yep.
and it has direct link on the
Okay.
picture. Because mine has the .jpg at the end. Well, that might be what I copied that last time. Maybe that's why it started working.
You lied to me.
Leading it the wrong way.
Oh, what a terrible image, though. It's gotta
Hey,
look like that.
get your ass out of there.
Okay, that worked.
There you go. There you go. See, that's why it's a little bit. It doesn't really tell you what it says. Oh, just copy the URL to the picture, but it doesn't tell you what requirements. So sometimes I'm like, when I go to redo it.
All right. I'll find a better image at some point. I don't really care right now.
You know, I'm gonna copy your channel. I'm gonna tag you in my Streams. Because why not?
Okay, and so you said, so right now if I go straight to garage, there's like a half a second where it actually shows it. Okay.
Yeah.
But if I hit M and then go to garage, would that work?
You have to be on iRacing too, yeah.
M. Okay, I got you. So that forces the image to come up.
Yeah, so if you don't want people to see your tire pressures or something or whatever, like
Isn't every car using the lowest tire pressures available right now anyway? I tell you, in that race last night, I really struggled with the tall gears. I don't think it's as tall gears for this track. Just don't. Oh, we got this nonsense going on. All right, let's do this.
oh, such a nice stream.
Such a nice what? I watched a little bit of your stream last night from the race.
Oh, the beginning?
Yeah.
It was insane, man.
The first time those Kias came through, man,
It was fucking
that
scary,
was
dude.
insane. At least they caught you guys on the straight, you know?
On your right.
It was, yeah, it was scary, man.
our cones in here.
Cones are a flying.
He's in here to make all of us Kia drivers look like amateurs, which we are, but
Oh, you mean sourdough?
no, no, not sourdough. You know, I would hate to see, like, you know, this could be like the guy's first race ever, right? It could have been his first practice he was ever in iRacing.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you looked at my first practice that I was ever in iRacing, I'm sure it was probably worse than that.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't doubt it.
But it was still funny. And I would probably laugh at myself if I saw myself in my first practice. Matter of fact, I was scared to death to do a road race, even though it's what I wanted to do versus ovals. It took me like 3 months before I would even go into a road race practice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I didn't want to suck. So a bit of a wide line there, Mr. Dominguez. Whoa, and I'll just, oh, yeah. Rallycross style.
Yeah, I'll make fun of you, but then I'll do the same.
Yeah. I got to paying attention to what he was doing versus what I was doing. I think I got some air. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I got some air. There's air into the car.
I see that.
Oh yeah. Well, Daytona has a rallycross circuit, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just
Yeah,
testing
you're in the wrong server, though.
Just testing the Kia out to see if it's a viable option. Oh, Fabrice Cornelis is in here too.
Oh, that Fabrice guy.
Well, they just upped the SOF of the Kia field considerably, so. Yeah, I mean, Fabrice is only 7,800 I rating. That's the best you can do.
Oh, that kills my frame rates. I'm playing around with the OBS settings.
I wonder if he's using
He's
no,
using
I
what?
think he's using tall gears. I mean, he's only half a second faster than me. First lap. Right out of the gate. No practice. So now he'll be like 3 seconds faster after this lap. And I'm on replay too.
Well, I was gonna do the Miata today, and then I was gonna do the maybe the Kia Sunday, but now I can't do the Miata today, so maybe I just do the Kia tomorrow.
Do it. It's fun to drive.
Gotta get out of the server though and try different. Want to go on a different server with me?
Yeah, I go in there with you.
Yeah, see, if I said that in OBS to that, then I get really grainy, well, not really grainy, but grainy image. If I set it to fast, I use more CPU. Yeah, I gotta get that other PC running, hopefully it'll run it. Because in OBS you can set the CPU usage. So the image will be better quality with higher CPU usage, but obviously your FPS drops then.
Right.
So.
Alright.
Okay. Let's go. What to race in the Pro Series? iRacing Road to Pro. Road to Pro Series. Oh.
What's up, dude? Were you out there playing in the snow?
Yes.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Oh, your cheeks are red.
Oh, first I gotta change the
Does
car.
the sled work down the hill there?
It goes really fast. You can actually angle it to where you want when you use your hand. I went up kind of past that mountain and then it slid me back down.
Awesome.
I'm going to service 757, the last one.
Oh, okay, cool. So we got our first snow in like 2 years.
Oh, nice.
I mean, we had a few like dustings last year, but we never got anything significant. And even this one's only like 3 inches, so. But it's enough for the kids to actually get out and play in it a little bit. So 757, eh? All right, cool. Well, last year there was this one week. There was this one weekend. Well, it was like there was this one storm that all the weather forecasters were like, "Oh, we're gonna get like 10 inches of snow and blah blah blah." Businesses canceled like 2 days before. They were like, "All right, we're just canceling because it's gonna be horrible." And then we got like an inch.
Yeah. And that was the opposite for us last year. Well, we're expecting snow maybe about up to 10 centimeters, which is about like 3 inches, and they're like, and then all of a sudden it's like 1.5 feet. Yeah,
Nice.
that's not 10 centimeters or 3 inches. And me working in a shop, and you got all the idiots that don't prepare for winter. Oh, I need snow tires. Yeah, you're a little bit late. They're sold out. We don't have any. Can't get any. What? What do you mean? Yeah, it's a good time. Good times. You want to share me that set when you get a chance?
I can certainly do that. I made a couple of changes to it, and I don't remember what I changed.
Oh, I won't know the difference. I think I've driven this car a whole of like 3 times, and like we just practice.
I gotta
So I have
remember.
to set the controls and everything for it.
Share.
Oh, there's a pit limiter on this thing? Oh, sweet. Brake bias adjustment? Whoa. We are lucky boys today.
There's not a whole lot of things you can actually do to this setup. Cambers, toe, bias, wing. That's about it. ARBs. And then the final drive option. Standard or tall, and it's, I mean...
Oh, that's plenty.
It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, in my opinion, on the... See, the problem was, last night, I was in the lead of that race for like the first, 8 laps or so. So I never, and I had the tall gears on last night, and I never got to use them because I was never in the draft. But if you're in the draft, I think you do want tall gears. But then the infield is painful. Because it just bogs down so much.
Yeah, there really isn't much to change.
No.
Alright, let's see what this thing's got. Oh, this thing's paddle shift?
Yeah.
Oh, this thing's weird.
it's very different from any other car in iRacing, I think.
Oh, I guess you gotta lift the kick.
Yeah. I noticed some guys were braking there. I don't have to brake. I just lift. And
You obviously don't floor it out of corners either.
yeah, not unless you really want your tires to go away quick, which they're going to go away quick either way, but
Oh, that's too deep.
yeah, you have to brake. Break it, or pick a spot you think is the earliest you would possibly have to break, and then back it up 50 meters. Then you're probably about right.
Oh Jesus, yeah, I missed that break point too. This thing must have the stock brakes on it.
It feels like it, don't it, man? It just never wants to stop.
Stop, Piper. What speed are you in the bus stop? Third or fourth?
Third.
Yeah, okay. This thing hauls.
It's funny how fast it is, isn't it? You just don't expect it out of a Kia. We actually own one. My wife's van is a Kia. We've had no problems with it for, gosh, it's 7 years old now. It's got well over 200,000 miles on it.
Well, that's the thing. It's mixed. Some people, that's the thing with Hyundai and Kia, is some people have them and they're like, they're the best, never had a problem. And there's others that are like, I have nothing but problems. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, right?
I think the only problem we've had was there's like a brake light sensor or something like that that went out on it last year, which there was a recall on it, so we just took it to the
Brake
dealer.
switch.
Yeah, the brake switch, yeah.
Yeah, same recall for Hyundai.
It was funny because I happened to meet my wife somewhere after work, and I got behind her and I was like, she doesn't have any brake lights. So I was like, why would she not have brake lights? And I just did a little research. Oh, there's a recall on that. Great.
You know, the number one thing I tell people is it doesn't matter what brand you buy or whatever. If you buy it used, the first oil change you do after you buy it, you should take it to the dealership and say, you just bought this car. And that way what they'll do is they'll put your name into the system and whatnot. And if there's any recalls, then they'll mail them out to you.
Yeah, and they normally do. I just somehow I missed that one. Because there had been other ones that we had taken it in for, and somehow I just missed that there was a recall on that. But hell, I drive a Fusion, and I've had that thing in like 3 times for recalls.
That's what I find Hyundai and Kia are really good at. They have a problem, they own up to it and get it fixed right away. They don't just like, you know, like Chevy, or the ignition switch, yeah, we'll just pretend it's not happening.
Yeah.
User left your channel.
Guess we bored him to death.
Who was it?
No idea.
I'm actually gonna jump down with Rob.
Cool, cool.
Maybe a Chevy fan.
User was moved out of your
Yeah.
channel.
Oh, Neo's this weekend. I bet some of the Neo guys are practicing right
Oh.
there.
What do you want, Piper? Why are you staring at me like that? Are you bored?
Now we've entered tire degradation phase where your lap times fall off dramatically.
I don't even know if I have a paint job for this thing. Whoa! It understeered out of the banking into out of four.
Yes, I've almost swung up and hit the wall a couple times.
I almost hit the wall.
Yeah. Yep. It's so weird. And under braking, when the tires are really gone on it, the thing just weaves all over the place under braking.
It already does right now. What times you doing?
Well, I'm doing low 55s now, but I was doing low 54s to start the session.
I did a 55.7.
Yeah, I mean, my last lap was a 55.2, so... No, if you can get into the 54s at all, you'll be fine. The fastest lap in our race last night, I think Elliot did like a 53.4 or something like that, and I did a 53.9. I think, well, I don't think mine was in draft, but fresh tires, once you've gotten used to it, it's not too bad. We did 72 laps in that race last night, so I think it's 4 18-lap stops. You just gotta get to conserve fuel a little bit if you want to save the pit time.
Well, I just did a 55.1.
Nice, that's faster than me. Well, I did 55 flat. So. But you're an alien, dude. I gotta work on getting my I rating up.
Oh, I forgot to brake in turn one. Well, I didn't forget. The car forgot to brake. My dog's just lying down facing the door. That was a terrible lap. I'm 1.6 off my fastest.
I find my lap times vary more in this car than any other. Well, because if you overdrive a corner in this car, you lose so much time. I'll lose 3/4 of a second in turn 1 sometimes.
Oh, I hit the wall in turn 1. It just
The
wouldn't
inside
stop.
wall?
Outside.
Oh, yeah.
It just would not stop. Yeah, I don't have a paint job for this car.
It'll take you 5 seconds to get one. They're on the website.
Yeah. Well, on the drive, right?
Yeah, I went with the blue in this car, but I gotta
thought
tell
I-
you, I
I
think the
installed
green's
all of
better.
them. Oh, I don't have training paints on. Never mind. That's why. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I installed all the paints. Everyone that they had, at least. At the time.
Once Daytona's over, man, I get to work on majors.
Yeah, well, that's why I haven't really practiced too much with, what do you call it?
The Audi.
Yeah, because... There we go. That looks more appropriate. Oh, I gotta change that. Make some sense. Oh, that's the gas, not the brake. I might have been Chinese there for a second.
I think it's tall, by the way.
Yeah?
I'm convinced it is.
It just seems like going to the bus stop, I'm just like, feels like the thing's gonna
Yeah.
blow a head gasket.
And then if you're in the draft behind anybody, you're gonna be like pegging the rev limiter at the start finish.
And there is a recall on these engines, so yeah, they've been throwing rods.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. iRacing was a real simulator. They're like, they came up with an excuse. They said that it was metal debris left inside the cranks at manufacturing. But then I'm like, that makes no sense. Like, if it was metal debris left in the cranks, then they would all be packing it in like right away. You don't, metal debris in there, you're gonna fuck shit up like right away. There's no like driving it for 50,000 Ks and shit. So all of a sudden you get these new engines. They have a way bigger oil cooler. You have to add, there's like, it takes half a liter more oil, and the oil pumps change. I'm like, yeah, I have a feeling that it was more like they were cooking the oil, because now it's like they have more cooling for it. So like, yeah, I have a feeling they were like actually cooking the fucking oil, and it was killing them. Oh, me and a Kia are sandwiching this Miata. And he pulled off.
Holy cow, no, you should have stayed in front, dude. I'm on old tires. You're gonna be way faster.
No,
than
I
me.
wanted to see your line and where you brake and stuff.
Are you on standard or tall?
Paul. So yeah, you see, you pull out on me on the initial acceleration. Hi, good game. Yeah, you're pulling away from me.
But I think I'm in tall right now.
Whoa, almost hit the wall again.
I know it's. There's a spot right there that it just throws
Yeah,
the
we're in
tail
transitions.
out.
Whoa, I braked really late there.
Part of it's conserving your tires for the end of the stint too, because your tires will be in the low 70% range. Your front tires will at the end of the stint. So I tend to just really take it easy through some of these turns. Yeah, my tires are screaming right now. By the way, you can pass below the yellow line.
Not on the banking.
Not on the
Start, finish
banking,
line.
but at start finish line you can.
Yeah.
That's where I did my pass I was talking about last night. Whoops, I'm gonna miss it. Yep, it's gone.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. And you're gone.
Oh, I did just get disconnected.
Oh, me too. My quality bar is going to shit.
That's gonna be a server issue, eh? Yeah, 'cause I didn't lose you in TeamSpeak.
No.
Yay, iRacing.
They decided to update the standings right now. Whoa, that was hard. Oh, I wonder what happened to the race then.
Even shut JRT. Ooh. Actually, no, the race still has a half hour left, doesn't it? Because it started at 8:30.
Yeah, 2 hours ago. Yeah, so with half an hour warm up. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, well, I'm gonna take a break. I got this kind of figured out what I want to do for the stream. I'm gonna start grabbing my computer, bring it up and stuff, and try